Jack Hughes has scored twice for the Americans, and as a team, the United States is up 5-0 on Slovakia in the men's hockey semifinal at the Winter Games. U.S. a period away from facing Canada in the gold medal game. Canada got there with a 3-2 victory over Finland today after rallying from a 2-0 deficit. Canadians scored in the final 35 seconds. Goal by Nathan McKinnon propelled Canada to that gold medal game. Some news from college football. Indiana has given head football coach Curt Cignetti a raise. It's going to make more than $13 million per season, according to ESPN. As last month, Indiana won college football's national championship. Twins pitcher Pablo Lopez is going to miss the entire 2026 season because he needs Tommy John surgery. Marco Penge leads the Genesis Invitational at 10 under par with Rory McIlroy 2 back at Riviera. Scotty Scheffler, who has made 67 straight cuts, right now on the wrong side of the cut line at +1. I'm Dan Beyer.
That's us. And it's showtime, go time. It's Covino and Rich time. CNR and FSR. It's Friday. Friday. Yeah. Woohoo. We made it.
Got my backwards hat on like I'm a backup NFL quarterback. What's up, Colin?
I was going to say, don't get upset if Colin comes in here and smacks it off your head.
Stars.
It's Covino and Rich. What a week. We started off filling in for Dan Patrick. We did the Dan Patrick hat trick. We came, we saw, we conquered. Man, we had a fun show yesterday, and we close out the week today with you, with Brainwave. We give away prizes. We got Weekend Hobnobbing. We got Sam. We got Danny G. We got Danny B. And we got you here rocking out with us. Let's go.
All right, we have lots to get to. We're going to talk about the Indiana Bears. What? We'll talk some NFL. We'll talk about the weakest consolation prizes of all time. And so much more.
A new handsome gentleman's chest.
Oh, fancy treadmill. What do I mean?
A life supply of rice-a-roni.
Man, we're going to get through a bunch. Hopefully you're having an Alyssa Liu type of week.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have fun today. Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Again, Covino and Rich, the world famous. And if you miss any of our show today or any shows this week, like we said, filling in for Dan Patrick, everything's on the podcast. So search Covino and Rich wherever you get your podcast. And our best of the week drops tomorrow, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, produced by Danny G. Rate it 5 stars and follow for free. And, of course, all of the shows, you could watch them at youtube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR. In fact, we're going to pull up the live chat right now because we're streaming live as we speak. Again, hope you had a great Friday so far. My morning was glorious, and these are the best 2 hours of the day. What's up, Danny G? How are you, buddy?
What up? Happy Friday.
Hell yeah. Great to see you. Sam, looking handsome. What up, buddy?
How do?
How do you do? And, of course, Dan Beyer. Dan Beyer, the great, is also hanging out on standby with your updates. But thank you guys for being here. If we have time, I want to talk about World Baseball Classic. I'm just trying to get people pumped about that because it starts March 4th through the 17th. So we actually have meaningful baseball next month, early next month, and I'm so excited about that. And speaking of Rich, I didn't want to rub it in, but did you see your boy today?
Of course I saw Pete Alonso hit his first home run as an Oriole.
First of many, as they say.
You don't think that was lighting up my Mets chat this morning?
Hell yeah. I just didn't know if you had time because I know you were in the nursery all day. This guy, Dr. Brown Thumb.
Let me tell you, Dan Beyer and I, we bond on this.
On lantanas?
Dan Beyer.
You should see my lantanas.
Dan Beyer is the only guy in here that has curb appeal.
Have you seen my roses?
Dan Beyer, I said to Covino before we started, I said, if I ever retire, and our boss Scott said, you won't because you can't shut up. But if I ever did retire when I was older, I said, I want to work at a nursery. Plants and flowers and fruit trees. Doesn't it just calm you?
It's a great, great spot. I always loved greenhouses.
Oh,
the surrounding. There's something about the the clear overhang above you. I loved it.
It's beautiful. I said to Covino, we live in Southern California. I want a plum tree, a mandarin tree, limes, lemon. Why do people not have these? Are they cheap or they have no space or they don't want them? Like,
it's a legendary story about Magic Johnson, in fact. Like, when he first came out here, it was one of the things that, like, he was so impressed by. Like, orange trees?
Dude,
you crazy?
When my East Coast friends and family visit me, you know what everyone does? They make orange juice and lemonade because they go, wait, you have these trees on the side of your house?
Well, it's true. It's things we take for granted out here in California. I mean, just something as simple as palm trees.
Palm
trees symbolized to me as a kid from the East Coast that, I'm somewhere cool,
I'm on
man.
vacation.
I'm on vacation.
I got to ask.
You're right. We have these orange trees, plum trees, and we have access to them. And you would think that everybody would have them, but not everybody does.
Well, before we talk about Indiana and Chicago and the Windy City and the cold Midwest, I'm curious about the avocado tree because I wonder if it takes. Because I see them, and I mean, who wouldn't want one? Dan Byer, any insight on the avocado tree?
No, I don't, and we don't have any trees on our property of growing anything. But I do have a palm tree in the back that probably needs to cut down. I'm thinking about charging admission to any guys like Rich and myself that would just want to watch people cut down a tree because it's magnificent.
Watching someone trim a palm tree?
Because there's something satisfying, the gratification of seeing it be cut down. Not that
I don't
we're
like this. I don't like this one bit.
No, you're looking at it the wrong way, Sam. You're looking at it as like a tree hugger. That's not what this is. This is a tree that doesn't have the room to grow and needs to be cut down.
I don't know.
Yes.
Well, the
I'll have
reason
to come
I
out
even
and,
bring
By the way,
Sam's a freaking Lorax.
I'll have to come out survey Dan's property.
No, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Sammy the
Actually,
Lorax.
If you don't want grass to grow, then have a bunch of trees in your yard, Sam.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I was only an organic farmer for a decade.
I'm just telling you. How does your grass grow when there's trees and roots taking up
There
everything?
are certain types of grasses that will grow under trees.
Ooh.
Maybe not here though. I'm not. Listen, you've been out in California longer than me, so maybe you know the soil better.
Soil. He said you know the soil.
I don't know what's up with this guy.
You got to come out there and just survey and just make sure that everything's checking off the list.
Let me try to make sense of this, though. The reason I even bring it up is because I thought Rich may have missed that his boy, Alonso, hitting bombs for the Orioles in his debut because he was so busy gardening this morning. That's why.
I told Covino, I said, I saw Pete Alonso hit a home run. Of course, the Met chat was popping. Like, look, he's going to hit 50 in Baltimore. Of course he is. And then I went back to planting all the new flowers in my yard. It's that time. But you know what I want to start the show with? We're already 7 minutes in. We're having fun. I'm hearing the rumblings more and more, and I said, you know what? It's time for me to have a comprehensive breakdown of what the hell is going on.
Oh, when you said rumblings, I thought you meant the El Pollo Loco I just ate.
I heard that rumbling, too.
I'm not sure it's agreeing with me.
I think I'm going to leave the studio in about 20 minutes. What is going on with the Bears in Indiana and Illinois? And
what's going on is the Bears want to move because they're getting a better deal in Indiana, and Chicago has its issues. They're not offering a big deal, but Chicago also, even as of yesterday, they had these congressmen saying, hey, look, man, we've been pretty clear on we want to keep them here in Chicago. We want them to stay here with us. We wish that they wouldn't go public with all their requests of moving out. We're doing our best to make things work. We're trying to keep it private, but they're doing their best to keep them. So there's a little bit of a conflict of the Bears are ready to leave. They're getting a better deal.
Yep. Well,
and Chicago, of course, wants them.
Here's the deal.
There's a little back and forth, but there's a lot of questions.
Indiana lawmakers are advancing a bill that would create a Northwest Indiana stadium, a public body empowered with land and bond. All the info is here, but the Bears are saying that it's a meaningful step forward in actually building a stadium in Indiana and moving the team. Now, of course, Chicago doesn't want the team leaving.
No.
That would be ridiculous.
And they've made it very clear, so they're a little upset that it's gone this far.
To be honest with you, when I heard this noise within the last month or so, whatever,
and of course the fans are devastated.
I mean,
I'm talking about the politicians and people speaking on behalf of this.
Cove, truth be told, it threw me for a loop. No, but the last month or so, I've ignored all these rumblings because I assumed it was just like
rumors.
Yeah, like God, that's not really going to happen. I'm like, oh wait, this might really happen. So I got to ask you first and first, mostly. If the Bears do move to Indiana, do the fans just roll with this and like, hey, business is business? Are they still the, quote, Chicago Bears? I mean, the Jets and the Giants are the New York Jets and Giants. They play in Jersey. The 49ers are an hour plus away in Santa Clara. And guess what? They're still the San Francisco 49ers. In fact, they show shots of the Bay Area when they do rejoins from commercials. There's the illusion that the 49ers in San Francisco. We were just there. They're not in San Francisco. We lived in New York and New Jersey growing up. Covino, Giant Stadium, MetLife is 15, 20 minutes from your family's house in Union, New Jersey.
Well, I just looked
They're
it
not
up.
in New York.
I'm not saying this is 100% accurate,
Yeah.
but I just Googled real quick how far is Chicago from Indiana. It's over 3 hours. So, like, this is
No, but it's over the border.
Yeah, but that's a big
it's,
difference.
It's not 3 hours.
It's not?
It's literally like 30 minutes away.
That's it?
It's
Yeah.
over the border.
Oh, okay. So then it's closer than I thought. How far? Okay, so Google's wrong. Thanks.
But like, there's a couple of things at play here. Like, at least the Niners, although they're playing south, they're still in the state of California. They're on the periphery of San Francisco.
And that's the thing. Rich brought up the Giants and Jets.
There's no. Is there room in New York to
be
build
in the
a new
tri-state
stadium?
area, though? Like, if you're in New Jersey, I know people from New York will deny this, but if you live in New Jersey, you could sort of claim New York sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know, it's
Yeah.
the same thing.
And you go on vacation, if you're from Jersey, and it's almost like that little joke on the East Coast for our East Coast affiliates. You meet a couple at the swim-up bar in Mexico. Hey, where you from? Hey, where you guys from? A lot of times people from New Jersey will say, from New York.
You could say that and get away with it, especially if you work in New York, because most people in New Jersey work in New York. You know, and they're so connected and so close. I don't know if you could say the same. I don't think you can say the same with Indiana and Chicago.
People get a little bit of slack for saying they're from Chicago when they're actually from the suburbs of Chicago.
If they're from like Decatur, Illinois.
Right,
You're
right.
not
They're
from Chicago.
Naperville or Geneva or St. Charles.
My wife has family in the Naperville,
And-
Decatur area, and like I remember we drove to see them. I'm like, yeah, we're not in Chicago anymore.
Oh, and like Rich
You're
already
not,
said,
but you're in the burbs. So if you build a stadium in the burbs, that's to me makes more sense than building it in another state. I don't. So I'd like it if they did build it in Naperville if they're going to have to move away from Soldier Field.
Let me take you to the Jets for a second. We do know, and it's common knowledge. What's that stupid trick question? Like, name the only NFL team in New York, and idiots like, the Jets or the Giants, and it's like, no, the Buffalo Bills. Got him. That's like the elementary.
yeah.
That's the elementary school trick question. But the reality is, at one point, the Jets were trying to build a stadium on the west side of New York City, off the West Side Highway, right by the Hudson River. There was a plan at one point to build the stadium. Never went through.
and honestly, that would have been a nightmare, dude. There's just much more room in the Meadowlands.
Yeah. But the
and
Meadowlands,
it's like 15 minutes outside of the Lincoln Tunnel.
the Meadowlands,
Not even.
MetLife area. Covino's right. It's like swampland, and bam, there's MetLife. If you live or work in New York City, it might as well be New York. There's no, like Jersey, Long Island, Connecticut. Like, no, I grew up there. Same difference.
It really is.
So-
The only people that'll correct you are like people from Manhattan, maybe, because they live there.
There are people with a 212 area code.
That's really it. Otherwise, it's the same thing.
So let's ask our
this is
friends.
not the same story here. So what are your thoughts if the Bears, I guess there's a side question too, now that you're starting to take it more serious.
Yeah.
Do they remain the Chicago Bears? And
It would be
the
a
answer's
travesty.
probably not.
No, it would be a travesty if they didn't. That's where I land on this. And I'm curious to hear from our friends that are Bears fans, our Covino Rich Fox Sports Radio Nation. Chicago, here's your chance. Bears fans, let's chat it up. 877-99 on Fox. What I thought was just silly rumors is becoming more and more of a possibility. Not a reality yet, but we're talking about advancing bills in the Senate and Congress and states fighting back and forth with billions of dollars of resources. And if Indiana has a deal on the table and you're playing deal or no deal with Howie Mandel and the banker, it's like,
What makes this
deal or no
story
deal? Like, what do you know?
more significant is how storied the Bears franchise is. Bears were founded in 1920 in Decatur, Illinois, and moved to Chicago in 1921 and renamed the Bears in 1922. So, like, the early 1920s we're talking about. That's why this is significant. Over 100 years later, now they're moving, and everyone's okay with that?
I mean,
that just feels weird.
Dan Byer's a historian of the NFL. No one knows more in this room than DB. I'm a far second. Maybe Danny.
Well, someone in the room
You're
filmed
last.
for the History Channel just this
I don't know
morning.
if it's far, but
History Channel. Look at this guy.
I'll tell you about it during the weekend hobnobbing.
Covino talks about UFOs on the History Channel.
Yeah,
and he's an NFL expert.
Historian.
Yo, if I ever see a lower third that says Steve Covino historian, I'm going to throw up.
Historian.
I'm going to throw up. But Dan Byer, when you think of historic NFL franchises, I mean, don't you automatically go to like Bears, Packers?
Yes,
Like there's a couple
absolutely.
teams you go to.
Correct.
So it would be wildly weird if even if they want to cross the border to a different state, isn't there going to be a fight to be like, well, they're still the Chicago Bears? Like you don't think they'll try to keep that?
Yes, they will. And again, the stadium is just across the border. Like it's just more of the principle of being in Indiana that seems to be, but location-wise, it's closer than a lot of I think it's closer than where Santa Clara is to San Francisco, as you guys talked about.
Yeah.
So like those stadiums are, it's.
DB, would you go as far as to call this a nothing burger? Is it really like one of these things that on paper it might be like, they're moving to Indiana, but the reality is it's like if you're from that area, like, yeah, it's right across the border. It's
You know
not,
what? Yeah. I'm going to call it a nothing burger.
That's fine.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so basically it is. If Dan Byer's saying it's a nothing burger, it's no different than the Giants and Jets being in New
Correct.
Jersey.
Yep.
No different than the 49ers being in Santa Clara. It's just the way of the world. It's just you need
Yeah.
room.
I mean,
you
this
need room
is-
for these stadiums.
Similar to what's going on with the Kansas City Chiefs, correct?
Yeah, they're moving into the state of Kansas, different
Yep.
part of the metro area of Kansas City, but the part that's in Kansas.
And I think because
I think
the
the only
name is
reason
similar, because the name is similar, we don't care. We're like, oh, Kansas City, Kansas
Yes.
City.
Yeah. I just think it's because it's the Bears, and they're such a legendary team that maybe it just
it's
feels
also a
little
team
different.
that put a UFO-shaped toilet as their stadium when redoing Soldier Field. So, like the decisions that they have made at times have not necessarily been.
But if
Been
you
great.
if you have been to that UFO-shaped toilet, it is right there in Lake Michigan. I mean, it's about as urban as it gets, and it's a wonderful spot, which is kind of a shame if it has to move elsewhere.
It's a wonderful spot for people who like to go downtown, and that's the only thing you're going to. And just nowadays, as we see stadiums being built, it is much more about what's around that stadium. And you're not going to be able to do that downtown.
No.
So in all the new places that are coming up, in the places that we've
Great
seen
point.
of even just look here in LA, SoFi
Yeah.
Stadium, and what's built around that's now.
They're building a row of restaurants and bars
Well,
Yeah.
all up and down the streets.
look at
But
New
there.
York.
we've looked at it from the perspective of
Yeah.
the Chicago team, right, and Chicago fans. What about if you're Indiana? You feel slighted a little bit, or you just
You're
feel
happy.
welcome
You're
to
happy.
have them?
You're happy you have them. Is Jersey
Yeah,
feel
you-
slighted that you're not the Jersey
No, because
Giants?
Jersey feels like they're a part of New York.
Well, you saw what Uncle Stevie's doing for the Mets. They want to build restaurants, casinos, hotels, all that stuff around Citi Field in Queens, and that's like part of the bigger picture. Because if you don't know where the Mets play, Citi Field, right next door used to be Shea Stadium. I don't know if you guys have ever been around that stadium. Were junkyards. Like it is not like around when Shea Stadium was just there. My dad used to try to park for free at there was chop shops. It is a gross
Really?
area. So the fact that Steve Cohen's like, yeah, we're gonna put hotels, restaurants, casinos, it makes sense for teams in the future to be like, all right, what could we do around this place?
Yes. I didn't realize. I've never been to Citi Field or Shea Stadium. I just, when you land at JFK, you kind of drive through and then you see,
Yeah.
there's where the U.S. Open is. And
LaGuardia Airport's there, and it's Citi
The old
Field,
World's Fair
U.S.
was over
Open,
there.
and literally Citi Field was built next door to where Shea Stadium was. Shea Stadium, that is the parking lot now for Citi Field.
Oh,
So let's say hi to Steve in Chicago. Let's try to settle this with one phone call. Even though the phones are hot, let's talk to everyone. Your thoughts on the Bears?
I'm
Indiana.
trying to get Steve Bartman on the line, Abe Froman, all of our friends in Chicago.
These are good people.
Yeah. So if you want to call 877-99 on Fox.
Get Frank Thomas on the phone.
I got him.
The
I'm
ladies
hitting
will
him
love
up,
it.
Telling him to call
All
right now.
Stevie, what's up, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
What's going on, guys?
Yo, Steve, a nothing
Long-time
burger.
listener, first-time caller.
Oh, thanks, man. Nothing burger or a big deal? What are your thoughts and your friends' thoughts on the Bears' possible move?
I just wanted to weigh in on a little drama that's going on with the city of Chicago and the Bears.
Yeah.
Apparently, Chicago still owes over $500 million from the renovations from 2003. And the Bears already paid up their obligations, and so Chicago's trying to stick the Bears with that bill.
So break it down for me. Everything you just said, I'm a little confused. So are you saying that the Bears are trying to say, F you to the city of Chicago, we're moving? Or is Chicago, have they not done good by the Bears, so the Bears we're out of here? Give me the English here.
Well, for the article that I've read is that the Bears want a new stadium, but Chicago don't have the funds to do it.
Okay, there you go. And in the end, it's like almost like saying you're asking your girlfriend to do something kinky in bed, and she's like, "No way!" And some new girl's like, "I'll do it."
Mm-hmm.
I think he said that the city didn't pay their share of the renovations, which I'm sure they were on the hook for much more than the actual Bears organization.
And that's what they were
usually
speaking about yesterday, and they were saying we were trying to keep this sort of quiet. They keep making this a public story, and they're trying to figure things out.
Well, again, we always compare it to relationships because it's true, but it really is. Like Indiana's like the new girl that's like, yeah, well, whatever you want to do, and I'm whatever you want, wherever you want. What you tell me. Let's go to John in South Carolina. Johnny boy, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's up?
Well, it's my 63rd birthday.
Hey! Happy birthday, buddy!
Happy birthday, pal.
Happy
I
63rd,
appreciate
man.
that. And the first thing I want to say, I have a couple things to say, but the first thing I want to say is I don't know why you guys are so underrated when it comes to a duo in sports talk radio. I think I will take you guys over Rob Parker and Calvin Washington all day long.
I mean, I like those guys.
I know. Name some guys on
Name some
another
guys.
network.
I was gonna say name some guys I hate.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm better than someone. Give me some bunk show on ESPN
We're
or
better
something.
than Weenie in the Butt.
Yeah, tell me I'm better. Tell me I'm better than any show on other networks because I agree. Okay, thank you.
I'm not going to say better than any of them, but I love Marty and McGee on ESPN.
Who's that? Marty Jannetty? Who's that?
And Willie McGee.
And Willie McGee. I love them too. I love them too.
Come on.
Yeah, he doesn't have his radio turned
Hey,
down either.
John, I love you. Have a good one, brother.
Hey,
Enjoy your
happy
weekend.
birthday, man.
Happy birthday, and thanks for loving us.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
More than our friends.
Next time you call, John, turn your radio down. Thank you.
You know what that means, though? He's like, I don't know why you guys are underrated. That means some of his older pals be like, these guys stink. And he's fighting for us.
Yeah, you know what that
So
does?
his impression of us is his old buddies playing chess and feeding the pigeons, talking about how bad we are.
That's a good
Those
point.
guys in the afternoon, I tell you, man, full of baloney. I think they suck. And then
And then
he's
John's like, let me tell you, they're better than you think.
yeah. Well, I appreciate that, John.
Man, you're
but
right.
his comment was complimentary. But if you
Do
really
you think John's
about it,
waving his cane around as he
I
compliments
mean, he's
you
only
guys?
63. He's not 93.
yeah,
but you know what?
But
You're
the
right.
way he said it, his friends hate us.
But that is true. When someone's like, man, you guys are underrated, that means in his life, someone has rated us poorly. That's like his wife or friends or someone's like, oh, you listen to that Covino Rich again? They suck.
I know it was meant to be a compliment, but that's how I took it.
It's like, Covino, they're wrong about you.
Yeah. Thanks.
You know what?
I
Hey.
guess.
All right, you know what? We'll take all the rest of your feedback next. The Bears to Indiana, a nothing burger or a big deal. We'll leave it up to you. We'll talk a little Olympics. We'll talk some baseball as we get ready for the World Baseball Classic and the start of the season. I'm pumped about that. So more CNR next, right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Have you ever wiped with a dry single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. Gets a lot better thanks to wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes.
Yeah, Covino Rich ain't all bad.
And when we say extra large, we mean business. So no matter the size of your mess, from top to bottom, Dudes has you covered for a confident clean.
They comfortably clean whatever TP leaves behind. No more maintenance wipes. Debris, no way. Irritation, not a chance. It's time to make the trade of the season and switch from TP to wet, extra-large Dude Wipes and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes made from 100% plant-based natural fibers. Comes in a variety of scents. Mint chill, shea butter. The choice is yours, guys. Join the movement for cleaner movements and live a skid-free life.
Gotta live a skid-free
Well, that's
life.
why you stopped wearing white undies,
That's
right?
right,
Yeah.
but not anymore. Is everybody else living a skid-full life? I don't
hope
get it.
not.
Who, are you from the Spartacus years? Are you from the Abe Lincoln era? Step
on.
your game up,
Let's
man.
go.
Dude Wipes, available at Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down.
Lindor, the fans love him. But it seems like maybe he doesn't get along with everyone because maybe there's a reason Nimmo and Pete Alonso and Jeff McNeil and all of these guys were moved. Maybe there's dissension,
There
right?
was whispers, rumors, murmurs about him and Soto not vibing. And
There were-
you assume you assume that because they're both Latino guys, Hispanic guys, that maybe that's why they vibe. Lindor's Puerto Rican. Soto's Dominican. That doesn't mean they're BFFs.
I'm not assuming anything. In fact,
no, but I think there is an assumption they must do the salsa together and get along. That doesn't mean anything.
You think all white people think that?
Yes, I do. I do think that.
You think I think that because I'm a white guy? That I think because they're both Latino, they do the salsa together and love each other?
I'm not saying that you think that, but I bet you we have an understanding that, there's a language.
That's gotta be racist.
There's a connection there. They must get along.
Are you thinking that? But I will say this, though. Last year, as a Mets fan, I had group chats from early on, and I was in denial of this, Danny. I really was. I was in complete denial because there was body language. And I'm not saying Soto has ever been the most demonstrative, like, let me show you my feelings type of guy. But he stopped doing the Soto shuffle in the batter's box. He stopped doing the few things that did give him a little pizzazz.
You know why? He says, because Francisco made fun of me. That's why.
That's what he said.
He's not very, very kind to me.
And
my dance
I
moves.
know that we have since learned that Soto was a little butthurt that when he signed with the Mets, Lindor didn't reach out. Apparently, Aaron Judge was a great teammate, and he didn't feel like when he signed that big deal with the Mets that some of the team leaders, like a Nimmo or a Lindor, apparently no one reached out. And that sounds crazy to me because, not to be an ass kisser, but like when this network signed Stugotz to be the new show, I DM'd him like, yo, man, congrats. Welcome to the team. That doesn't make me an ass kisser. I feel like that's polite.
Sounds like you're kissing ass.
Jesus Christ.
As my dad would say.
I'm saying.
What are you doing kissing ass?
I feel like it's a nice gesture to welcome the new guy. And Soto was butthurt. And my friends that are Met fans, my chat with my Met friends, which is now called Stern Sits to Pee. That's the name of our chat now. Should change. He did make some good moves. But my Met chat last year was like, yo, watch when one of them hit a home run. They're doing high fives and handshakes with Alonso, some of the other guys. Every time Lindor and Soto, it would be just the most casual, like the little low five.
I would see it all the time. Everybody speculated
like the little low five, and I'd be like, no, they're just being professional. Turns out they just don't like each other. And can you read what Lindor said to the press yesterday? Because I think this is not good.
Well, they're saying that Francisco Lindor painted an honest picture of the Mets clubhouse when asked about last season, noting that everyone is not best friends. He says, are we all best friends? That's not how it works in the clubhouse. He says they have a good dynamic and root for each other. And that's it.
I don't like that.
They're not all best friends. Like, that's not something you sort of say about your teammates. That rubs my cheeks in a really negative way. I don't want to hear that as a fan. Just keep the illusion alive, too. As a fan, when we started interviewing celebrities and athletes many years ago, when the velvet rope was pulled back a little bit too much, it sort of rubbed me the wrong way. When I realized that NFL players didn't know everyone on the team, but then, of course, it made sense. Like, I get it. There's so many.
53 guys?
Yeah, there's 53 guys. There's special teams, offense, defense. There's a lot of turnover, a lot of
practice players
in and out. But you had this little kid fantasy that they're a team.
Well, you realize,
and you know what it felt like to be on a team. And you're like, but they're a team. When I realized they didn't all know each other's name, I'm like, you don't know your own team? But he's on your team. But that's how I felt.
You realize,
when I hear this, I feel the same way. I feel deflated. Like, you're supposed to love each other.
I don't like it. If anything, you want
pretend.
You know how you want people to be genuine and real.
It's like radio. It's like radio shows. You think they're best friends, but when the show's over, they all go their separate ways and they don't talk at all.
Yeah.
That's not what happens on this show.
No, you two actually hang out all the time away from the studio.
Enjoy each other's company.
Sometimes reluctantly, but that's just life.
Yeah.
But we actually all get along, and we communicate all the time. It's like it's too much information. I don't like it. It rubs me the wrong way, and to me, it's the opposite of chemistry. some Chicago, huh, Iowa Sam? Our sound architect on the ones and twos. Chicago, bro. This is my jam right here. Do believe in you, and I know you believe in me. Oh, yeah. Thanks for believing in us, Fox Sports Radio Nation.
Do you like Chicago when they're a little hornier? not like horny that way, like when they bring
No, I love later Chicago when Pete Sotero's in there and he's extra horny. I mean, they're extra horny.
They're very trumpet based, but not all Chicago.
That was a really good documentary.
Yeah. Let me tell you,
I like
Chicago.
24, 6, and 2 Chicago era, but this is my jam. Feeling stronger every day. Covino and Rich with Danny G, Iowa Sam, and Dan Byer.
Who cares about Chicago? We're talking Indiana Bears, right?
Well, hold on. No. Dan Byer was just showing me the layout. It really is like across the border.
Yeah, he printed it out on MapQuest. That's weird.
But I asked our buddy Drew Mack, who knows the area, and I asked him, would people in that Indiana area consider Chicago their city since it's so close, or Indianapolis their city? He goes, the state is 75% Colts, but northern Indiana, so close to Chicago, they'd probably adopt them.
Can I give you the analogy? If you live in South Jersey, it starts to go from I root for New York teams to I root for Philadelphia teams.
Exactly.
Like if you're from South Jersey, like we have buddies from South Jersey, there's like a line.
Right.
Like Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Like
imaginary line. You know what I mean?
It's an imaginary line. Like
you're just closer.
It's like,
so you vibe. So that's your city. It makes sense. I get it. So when you really, really think about it and break it down, when you see the layout, which I thank Dan Byer for, it really does feel like not a big deal.
No. You know what?
But it feels like a big loss for Chicago.
We are live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. And again, Covino, I got to remind you, you can't be wiping with dry toilet paper. Got to make the switch, buddy boy, to extra large, life-changing, flushable dude wipes because wetter just cleans better. Available on Amazon, all major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes.
How could you be feeling stronger every day? How could you actually have a great weekend if you're using a dry?
Were you going to say if I have a dirty tuchus?
Yeah. Seriously, yeah. It's a good way to put it.
All right, hey, best clean pants down, dude wipes. Let's go to you guys. Let's say hi to Mitch in New Jersey, talking about the Bears, Indiana. What are we thinking, Mitch?
How we doing? Yeah, maybe they're going to do is to change their name. I mean, it's quite a move. I don't understand how these billionaires can't fork over a little more, or all of it, and how these cities and states, especially the cities, can let their teams go. Oakland,
that's what we're posing, but the more we break it down, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
it is, but it isn't because it's so close to where the stadium already is.
Well, dude, how about you go to Illinois?
I didn't realize it was that close.
Go to Illinois, grab some deep dish pizza, and talk to AJ. What's up, AJ?
Hey, AJ.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Love your show.
Anytime, man.
I'm near Peoria, Illinois, so kind of in the middle of the state.
Okay.
Big Bears country here. We are devastated at the news, but Indiana's got a team already, right? But we had the wind taken out of our sails, I feel like, with all this talk. We had a great season. Caleb Williams, Luther Burden, Colston Loveland. Just when we got momentum going in the right direction, I feel like it's kind of a roadblock.
But
so very disappointing to hear that news.
But, AJ, this isn't like a Rams move to St. Louis, the fan base goes away. This is just sort of like, oh, man, you're still a Bears guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely still a Bears guy, but the history, right? The
yeah.
Chicago Bears, not in Chicago, it just doesn't sound right, right? It doesn't resonate the right way.
I hear you, brother. Let's say hi to Patrick in Illinois. What's up, Pat?
What up, Patrick?
Hey, guys. I'm actually not real far from AJ, and
you guys can meet up for a latte later. That's sweet. Nice.
I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'm surprised Iowa Sam doesn't, but there's actually a third state in play because there's a bunch of Iowa lawmakers that are trying to secure funding for a stadium to try to bring the Chicago Bears to Iowa.
See, I did know about that. I just didn't want to bring it up because the idea of going 3.5 to 4 hours west into Iowa, and okay, that's just to get to the border of Iowa and Illinois. And then if you were going to maybe build a stadium for the Iowa Bears or the Chicago Bears in Des Moines, that's another hour and a half west. Mm-hmm. So the Iowa legislature, they put this out there and they're trying to lure the Bears to Iowa, but it's like even more unlikely than
they're trying to get the final rose too. Jeez.
Yeah, so they're vying, but like I feel like that's a story that's way in the background because it's like it's almost impossible. It's like that's not going to happen.
Can they still be the Chicago Bears if they move that far?
There are a lot of Bears fans in Iowa.
That's why they still claim Chicago.
I know.
Yeah,
it's 4.5 hours from the actual city of Chicago.
Sammy boy.
How could you call yourself the Chicago Bears?
Sammy boy, if that were to happen,
the Chicago Bears of Iowa.
No, but would you then be like, I'm Iowa Sam? I'm an Iowa Bears guy now.
Oh, I've always been a Packers fan. I'm sure.
But I mean, if they were the Iowa Bears, you're Iowa Sam.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. But the
would you be a traitor?
Bears and Packers are rivals. How could I be a Bears fan?
All right. One last one on this. Say hi to Ken in Missouri. Hey, Ken.
What up, Ken?
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's
doing
up, brother?
Good, man. It's Friday. No complaints.
Yeah, that's right. First, I got to say I don't like Chicago. But
the band or the team?
But yeah, what are we talking about here?
The team.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But as a Raiders fan, I can relate to what they're going through, man. I've been Raiders since Blanda was there. I hated when they left Oakland. Went to stinking L.A., loved going back to Oakland. Now they're in Las Vegas. I still got my Raiders stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still a Raiders fan.
Yeah. By the way, and being that you're a Raiders fan, I can only imagine while they are in Vegas, might not be your choice, you got to be pumped about where you're going now, right? Ken, I mean, with Mendoza, Tom Brady sort of helping run things, like your team feels like it's going to be a good little run now for the Raiders, hopefully, right?
There's potential.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
You know, we're crying about all these things not making sense. And, like, the Lakers are called the Lakers, and it makes no sense, but we roll with it because time passes and you just accept it. They're from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
It's not named after Lake Balboa?
Exactly.
No?
You know what I mean? And, like, it makes no sense.
The same joke we always hear about the Utah Jazz.
It's evolution, as Pearl Jam said in the 90s. It's evolution, baby. They're just going across the border.
Hold on.
It's not that big of a deal.
You're telling me in Utah, Mormons don't play the trumpet?
There's no jazz clubs in Salt Lake City?
Every Mormon guy I know plays the trombone.
My point was, though, if they're in Indiana, whoopity-doo. If they end up in Iowa and they call themselves the Chicago Bears still, it's not like we haven't seen these things that don't make sense before. In time, it all becomes whatever.
I had to explain to my kids.
How's that for a deep thought?
Dan Byer, I explained to my kids' pony ball team at practice the other day, we're the Mets, we're the Shetland Mets. And they're like, Coach Rich, what's a Met? I'm like, a metropolitan? They're like, what's that? I'm like, I don't know what you call a city folk. Like, it's like we just so willy-nilly just roll with team names.
Mm-hmm.
And people just, we adjust.
You get used to it, you adjust. We're resilient guys. Yeah. It'll be okay. I know it does suck for Chicago, though. But I'd have to say this, Chicago, step your game up. Maybe it's a reality check.
Here's the other funny thing about this was when the Bears were wanting to go to Arlington Heights, leaving downtown, the outrage was, how could this team leave downtown? Why would you want to go out in the suburbs? And the Bears said that 50% of their season ticket holders would be closer to that facility than, say, going downtown. That's something that you could say, okay, you know what? It's maybe better for our fans, and there's going to be stuff around it. But this is just the Bears trying to get the better deal. Right. And trying to get more of a break from the state. Yes. And so that's probably what rubs people the wrong way. Even if it would be a shorter drive from where they currently play at Soldier Field to where the Indiana Stadium is, as opposed to the one they could have had out in Arlington Heights. It's more of I think what it represents with the team trying to get the good deal instead of taking care of their fans.
I mean, oddly enough, while Soldier Field is a legendary spot, you'd argue one of the more legendary old school stadiums, I think Chicago, Wrigley. I think Cubbies anyway. That to me, you go to Chicago, the Cubby Bear, all the bars. Wrigley's the attraction.
Yes.
Everyone's a Bears fan, but it's not like they're moving from Wrigley, the Cubbies. It's
Soldier Field was built in 1924.
Yeah, that is true.
But the renovation again.
Renovation made it.
Yeah. When they again put the flying saucer toilet.
Renovated in 2002, I think. Early 2000s.
Well, now that we got DB, let's get an update. Dan Byer, what's going on today, my friends?
I've never been to a game in the renovated, but I was at the old one. I was at the before the renovation.
Could I guarantee they probably had troughs in the men's room, right? Yeah. Every old stadium with their troughs.
I just remember that the concourses were very narrow. Do you want to know a little bit of history? I don't know if I've ever told you this. It was the second game the Carolina Panthers ever played. It was a preseason game, and the Panthers and Jaguars, because they were new teams, opened up in the Hall of Fame game against each other. But then the next week, the Panthers played the Bears in Chicago. It was early August.
Cool.
That's the only time I've been to the Soldier Field and not to the renovated one. The United States is into the gold medal game in men's hockey after taking care of Slovakia. Just won final 6-2. The Americans getting 2 goals from Jack Hughes. They scored twice in the first period, 3 times in the second. Added a little insurance in the third. U.S. against Canada, 8:10 Eastern time, coming up on Sunday for the gold medal after Canada dropped Finland by a score of 3-2. In women's curling, the U.S. will face Canada in the bronze medal match after the Americans lost to Switzerland and Canada was upset by Sweden. Indiana has reportedly given head football coach Kirk Cignetti a raise just 1 month after winning college football's national championship. His new deal will pay him more than $13 million, according to ESPN. Twins pitcher Pablo Lopez is going to miss the entire 2026 season because he needs Tommy John surgery. Heat guard Tyler Hero returning from a rib injury. He'll play tonight against Atlanta after missing more than a month. And at the Genesis Invitational in golf, Rory McIlroy is at 8 under par. He's currently 3 shots back of the lead, held by Marco Penge, who's at 11 under par. The tournament at Riviera Country Club, not too far from us, does have a cut despite being a signature event. Scotty Scheffler was on the cut line, now off of it at even par, as the top 50s and ties, or those within 10 shots of the lead, will make the weekend. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Dan Byer. Did you see the, not to sound like a creepo, but the very beautiful Eileen Gu?
I'm sorry, what?
You know who Eileen Gu is? She won silver, and some reporter asked her like a dumb question, like
Goo!
You know,
come on, I covered her during midweek major, Steve. Come on.
He doesn't listen to you.
Oh, I know, but you guys were going goo!
Goo! All right, you know what? We'll talk about it next. We have more Covino and Rich. I got thoughts on Eileen Gu. And we'll do Brainwave and a bunch more right here. CNR on FSR.
Ready to tackle your financial goals with Weebull? You don't have to sit on the sidelines like Rich Davis with his backwards hat. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Weebull puts you in the game with tools to help you make the moves you want. Trade stocks, options, and ETFs, or play the long game with cash management and retirement accounts all on one platform with Weebull.
Put me in, coach. Weebull, the app pairs advanced analytics with real-time data so you could read the defense, adjust your strategy, stay in control. And now meet Vega, your AI assistant. You could ask things like, what's the outlook for this stock? Or, hey, analyze my watch list, and you get real stock analysis, volatility insights, and fundamentals that turn a lot of complex stuff into plain English. And if you want a wider view of the field, use Portfolio X-Ray. You could spot trends, manage risk, and optimize performance for your portfolio.
Stop punting your financial future. Join Weebull's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas with fellow investors. Download the Weebull app today on mobile or desktop, Webull, or visit Weebull.com.
Weebull Financial, LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Weebull.com/disclosures.
Seemed to be more action-packed than the NBA All-Star Weekend. Can I tell you what I saw as a guy that only saw the highlights and flipping around on my phone? Because, again, I was living the dad life this weekend, and NBA All-Star Weekend.
Excuse. Everybody's living their life. I had it on too. So no need to over-explain. I could not focus on that for more than 3 minutes at a time.
No, but I'm saying it was like priority number 58 for me on my list.
Yeah, but I had it on the whole time, Rich, and I tell you, I was trying. You know what it felt like? Trying to get to the end of Stranger Things. Like I got it on, but I'm not focused. I got it on, and sweeping is more exciting. Wiping down my counters. You know, cleaning up the house was more exciting to me.
Co was like round robin. That's too much math.
Well, you know what, Danny G, to be fair.
Robin, Kavita's like, time to clean the baseboards.
Yeah, you know when you just
Crown Molding's got a little
I started clearing out my inbox on my email, you know, because that was more interesting than the All-Star. Or, let me rephrase. It was able to capture my attention more. I just needed more distraction. And, of course, we have the attention spans of goldfish in today's world. I get that. And I will say, and I'm not just saying this, But the NBA, it was more competitive, but it was confusing, and it was, I don't know, I wasn't really buying into it, Danny G.
You got to throw things against the wall to see what works.
Yeah,
right?
and I commend that. So I don't want to come off too harsh, but Rich, I tried to pay attention, and I had it on the entire weekend. I had it on. I just could not get into it, dude.
All right, we're gonna play a game called Rich Hardly Watched. Here's my observations.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm right. I saw Jackson Hayes do a dunk, and I was like, all right, is that like a warm-up or something? And Danny said, no.
Everybody thought that. And in fact, that was the sentiment. Like, did he realize that it had started? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, we're on the air?
If it wasn't,
hey!
If it wasn't for Carter Bryant of the Spurs, that dunk competition would have really stunk.
But, Danny, am I wrong by saying he ran out of time?
Yeah. He didn't get his last dunk in, so he lost by default. Your winner was Keyshawn.
With the goofiest dance moves the whole
dancing.
time. Dude, it didn't help the situation. It made it feel really lame. And the overall sentiment, and again, you could chime in and defend it. Maybe it's a younger guys thing. Maybe we're not relating to the young dudes and we sound like old guys. Keep in mind, we're the youngest in the game here on Fox Sports Radio. It just felt like something we grew up with, which was so awesome, just isn't that anymore. Are we just holding on to the past? You know, because we used to look forward, just like the home run derby. We get excited about that. We used to get excited about the dunk contest. It's not the same, dude.
And there's showmanship involved. Like, you want the participants to, like, hype the crowd up and get everybody into it. But he was forcing those dance moves. And at one point, my wife Brenda said, he's too tall to be doing the Dougie. He looked so awkward.
The guy's twerking. He's doing like a little nanny poof poof sort of like, I just did it was like so corny, dude. It was like,
especially after he couldn't get the dunk he wanted in, and it took like 4 tries, and then he busted and hit the dance move hard, and we're like, bro, we knew what dunk was coming that whole time.
You know what it is, Danny G? We were so spurled, as old people say. We were so spurled. We were so spoiled as kids, and we would see Vince Carter, and
there was side by. It's funny you say Vince Carter. There were side by sides all day yesterday of Vince Carter's dunk and Jackson Hayes' dunk.
That's what I mean. So when you grow up with that level of excitement, right, and it was such a big deal, and all the big stars we grew up with were there, and then you see what's going on today, it's like, am I missing something?
I don't blame the big stars for not wanting to do it because, look at us. We're just a bunch of critics, a bunch of dudes that can't slam dunk in any capacity.
Hey,
but hold on.
Bottom of the net. I can hit bottom of the net.
I know. Kavito's jumping up.
But Rich, I'll push back a little bit on that, Rich. I feel like people were wanting it to be good.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you remember how good some of those dunk contests were, and you want it to go there again.
Yeah, well, hold on. If athleticism didn't get worse, if anything, it got better. I just think the star players, maybe it's ego. They don't want to lose. No one wants to put themselves out there. The same way Covino doesn't want to do karaoke or something unless he really wants to do it. Because putting yourself out there, you leave yourself vulnerable. And I feel like a lot of these stars are like, what am I going to do? The slam dunk contest? Then if I don't win, I'm the guy that lost the slam dunk contest? For what? She plays for China when she could have played for us here in the US of A. But she might be the hottest Olympian this year.
Hello, have you seen the speed skaters?
I'm sorry, besides Jake Paul's girlfriend and all the speed skaters, Eileen Gu is super hot, but she came across as arrogant at a press conference, and I'm like, ooh, is she like the hot testy type of girl?
Well,
have you heard this or no?
Hold that 1 second, because we're Covino and Rich from Fox Sports Radio with Danny G, Sam, and Dan Byer, and thank you, Fox Sports Radio Nation, for hanging. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's time for our tire rack play of the day. The Pistons' Cade Cunningham went off last night.
79-71 Detroit. Cade splits the defense, goes to the and threw it down with the left hand. 81-71. You okay?
Yeah, man.
Ooh, let me tell you something, Cunningham.
Is that guy pulling an Eileen Gu?
Cunningham stats: 38 minutes, 42 points, 13 assists, 8 rebounds. That's a night right there. They beat the Knicks 126-111. That's courtesy of 97.1 The Ticket. Pistons Radio Network, that's our Tire Rack play of the day.
That's the ticket.
That's the ticket.
For over 40 years, Tire Rack helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free.
True.
Backed by free road hazard protection, convenient options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way Tire Bond should be. Iowa Sam.
Back to the goo.
Have you seen? I'm not trying to be a sleazeball, but have you seen Eileen Gu? She's super attractive, and she came across a little. I wouldn't say. I mean, when you're the best, can you be a little arrogant? She won silver, and someone asked her a question about like, is this like a? Take a listen.
Do you see these as 2 silvers gained or 2 golds lost?
I'm the most decorated female free skier in history. I think that's an answer in and of itself. How do I say this? Winning a medal at the Olympics is a life-changing experience for every athlete. Doing it 5 times is exponentially harder because every medal is equally hard for me, but everybody else's expectations rise, right? And so the 2 medals lost situation, to be quite frank with you, I think is kind of a ridiculous perspective to take.
You know what, Eileen
I'm
Gu?
showcasing my best skiing. I'm doing things that quite literally have never been done before, and so I think that is more than good enough. But thank you.
Yo, if she's the most decorated, I do love the laugh. It's
That's like when Tom Brady laughed at that guy for calling him out on his jacket.
My favorite.
What was it? His hair? What was it?
It's me and you that remember this more than anyone else. We call it the Tom Brady laugh. Anytime someone laughs condescendingly at a reporter.
Cute loser. Oh, please isolate that.
Tom
that
Brady.
reminds me of Rich Davis.
Tom Brady, one time, and not to be mean, there was some fat, bald reporter with an extra tight, like, polo shirt on. He's like, Tom Brady, what are you wearing there? Did Giselle pick that out? And Tom Brady gave him you're like almost like I'm Tom Brady. You slob are questioning what I'm wearing. That's what I feel like Eileen Gu was sounding like. Give me her laugh again. I'm the most decorated Olympian ever, you clown.
That is very condescending sounding.
He did ask, like, are they 2 golds lost or 2 silvers gained?
Yeah,
And
the question's a little loaded. It's kind of not a fair question.
Because people are always looking for the sound
Do
bite.
you blame her for competing for China when she's making so much money to do it?
No, she's playing by the rules. This wasn't Sam's midweek major yesterday. If you missed it, catch it on the podcast. And, you know, I stand by what I said. The rules are there for a reason. Like, it just requires, one parent to be a citizen?
Yeah. And you know what?
We'll be seeing that in the WBC next month.
Eileen Gu, Alyssa Liu, what you gonna do? Like, just a lot of fun Olympians this year. We talked about it yesterday. If you missed it, it's on the pod. But coming up, we are going to play Brainwave.
Brainwave is sweeping the nation,
you
man.
know what? It's slowly become my favorite game we play. I do love Last One Standing on Mondays. I do love our Tyson or Mahomes trivia. But I will say, Brainwave has become a fan favorite.
It's a matter of, can you be on our Brainwave? Are we all on the same Brainwave?
And Danny G poses great rando questions, too.
It's multiple choice, and if you could be on our Brainwave, you win a prize pack. It's as simple as that. So call now at 877-99 on Fox.
And with all the Olympics going on, I know that's what people are watching. Like you said, WBC and baseball right around the corner. I find it so difficult not to see spoilers for Love is Blind. Does everyone have no life?
That kid Chris.
No, but I don't want to hear it. But what I'm saying
this guy Chris might be the biggest villain of all time.
Dude, I don't know. I have a job. I have 2 little kids, and I still try to watch an episode or so a night.
Rich, let me tell you about episode 7.
But no. But let me tell you.
Because he's on 6.
Danny, does everyone just have
it's hard. You have to stay off Instagram for sure.
But what I'm saying is everyone is just so quick to watch, like, 5 new episodes yesterday. What, does no one have a life?
Yeah,
Not everybody's planning lantanas like you are, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, no one's
it's
got,
hard. It's hard to watch it as they are released.
What are we doing? All right, we got more CNR next right here. Fox Sports Radio.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there, and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all's show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
At the semifinal of the men's hockey competition at the Winter Olympics, the United States men's hockey team scored twice in the first period against Slovakia, 3 times in the second, and then in the third.
Gretzky, Lemieux, and Messier. Here comes Brady Tkachuk again. This time he scores!
Brady Tkachuk with the American 6th goal. They top Slovakia 6-2 and will now face Canada in the gold medal game coming up on Sunday after the Canadians rallied from a 2-0 deficit to beat Finland 3-2. Indiana has given head football coach Curt Cignetti a new contract, paying him more than $13 million a year, a month after winning college football's national championship. Cignetti's deal, according to ESPN, goes through 2033. Twins pitcher Pablo Lopez is going to miss the entire 2026 season because he needs Tommy John surgery. Rory McIlroy 3 back of the lead at the Genesis Invitational in round number 2. I'm Dan Beyer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's Friday. And this hour,
Friday.
This hour, we're going to have a lot of fun because we got Brainwave. We're giving away prizes. We're giving away silver medals and stuffed animals.
Give me that laugh. Give me the Eileen.
And then I said, wrecked him, damn near killed him. Thank you. Thank you, Eileen. Goo! Broadcast live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Remember, with the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever, whenever, Shakira style, 24/7. Covino and Rich, Fox Sports Radio on the iHeartRadio app.
All right.
So we got Brainwave, like I said, giving away prizes. A CNR prize pack, in fact. If you're on the same brainwave as us, we'll tell you when to call. Plus, this hour, later in the show, Weekend Hobnobbing, getting you ready for what to watch this weekend in the world of sports and entertainment. And let me just tell you this. A lot of great fights this weekend. Don't be
Ryan
sleeping on
Garcia.
that.
Ryan Garcia going to get the job done?
Hey, dude, honestly, he has to. But I don't know.
I saw our old pal Janelle that we worked with at ESPN.
Yeah.
She's working for DAZN, and she was hanging with Ryan Garcia. So I'll be watching that fight this weekend. All that and more with Weekend Hobnobbing. Like I said, we'll do Brainwave. I have one question before we get into second place annoyances. There's a really funny story out of the Olympics. You're a big alien guy. When I say alien, like Covino and his dad, like you know the guy with the crazy hair?
Yeah, that's my dad.
That's his dad. No.
Mm-hmm. You mean on the History Channel, Ancient Aliens?
You saw that Barack Obama, President Obama, on a podcast was like, aliens do exist. And then, like, he sort of backpedaled, backed off it a little bit. And then Donald Trump's like, he misspoke. We're going to have to release the files. Do we think that there is anything substantial? I mean, if 2 presidents in the last week have commented on, like, alien stuff?
Yes.
You think this is the year 2026 when we find out something?
Yes. Absolutely. I think there's too many stories for it not to be true.
I hope it looks like Mac and me.
Well, can't wait. So I'm Covino. That is Rich. It's the show. Covino and Rich. Everything at Covino and Rich. And remember, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this past week, we filled in for Dan Patrick. Yeah. If you missed any of those shows, please catch the podcast or catch it on YouTube. You can catch us on YouTube right now at Covino and Rich FSR. Hi, Covino and Rich FSR, and join the live chat.
Let me get the live chat going. Let's see what's doing.
This story's wild, I'll tell you what. I think it's kind of funny. It's a little misleading, but it's funny at the same time. Canadians women hockey team received mascot stuffed animals. Who doesn't love a stuffed animal, right?
My kids love stuffies.
Yeah, I love a stuffy
You love
too.
a nice stuffy.
That's why I love the speed skaters in the Olympics.
Yeah.
But we're not talking that kind of stuffy. We're talking stuffed animals. Now, Danny G, I don't know what this means. I've seen the footage, but I don't know what this means. I'm reading it to you. Specifically of Tina, a stoat? What's a stoat? Am I saying that right? After their overtime loss
He's reading words
to the U.S. in the 2026 Winter Olympic gold medal game. I guess it describes the plushie that they were given. I just don't know what that means.
The silver medal Canadian women's hockey team. I don't know what you just said. All I know is that they were all handed a little stuffed animal, and it was like,
I was reading the description of the stuffed animal.
What do you need to?
I'm sorry, I don't know what the current Labubu is or whatever it is.
I don't think it. I don't know.
But they did receive the silver, which is something they should be proud of. You heard Eileen Gu say that's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, no matter what country, no matter what sport,
when you're fighting in overtime for that gold, right, maybe that's not the time to hand them this weak-ass ancillary prize. Look, they got their silvers on, but then they hand them these stupid stuffed animals, and you could see the reaction on their faces. They're so disappointed. That's really the point.
The looks on their face
it's so
are
funny.
so classic.
It's not like,
even though it's an accomplishment,
it's
it
not
added insult to the injury of losing that game.
It's not a situation where it's like, all right, we let it breathe. It's time for the medal ceremony.
Yeah.
Because when you let it breathe and it's time for the medal ceremony, it's like, all right, everyone has a chance to regroup. Or even after a game, sometimes when two coaches run out to midfield to shake hands, there's a little something going on. Sometimes there's a little
by the way,
attitude.
A stoat is a short-tailed weasel.
So they give these these silver medal, like poor girls they just lost.
These proud women.
These proud silver medal second place women.
Tina the stoat. Tina it's a mascot.
Spell
they give them
it for me, Steve.
STOAT. So they give them on top of the medal like this weak-ass stuffed animal of a weasel, which is their mascot.
Oh, wait, hold on. You didn't win the gold medal? While you're in the highest of emotional lows, they walk down the row of these Canadian female hockey players, and they hand them stuffed animals. And Danny's right. I don't want to sound mean.
It's the timing of it.
But the funniest, it's so funny because the look of disappointment, like, are you seriously handing me a stuffed animal?
It's like when
right
Ralphie
now?
gets socks for Christmas. It's like that. It's like, get out of here with this. We just lost a heartbreaker. Stupid stuffed animal. So, it started making us think about the weakest gifts you ever got.
One of the
weakest
girls,
ancillary prize.
One of the girls turns it from side to side, looking at it, and that's how my 2-year-old Koa looks at something he doesn't like that I give him as a gift, like a little toy. Like, he's so spoiled right now. He loves monster trucks, but once in a while I'll try to get him like a $1.29 Hot Wheels. And he looks at it, and he'll turn it from side to side, and he throws it.
That's messed up.
That's what these girls. That's what it looks like.
Wheel.
These girls want to do with the stuffed animal.
It's really bad.
In my old school, high school group of pals, there's a classic home video where my buddy Jeff thought he was getting like Super Nintendo for Christmas, and he opens up this big box, wrapping paper, everything, and it's a globe.
Like a globe.
And I just. We used to joke with my pal because on the home video he goes, "Oh, a globe."
It's like when you asked Santa for Transformers and he gave you GoBots. It's like when you wanted He-Man and you got Battlestar Galactica. It's like when you wanted Star Wars and they gave you Buck Rogers. I mean, it's not what you wanted. It's the ancillary prize, the lifetime supply of Rice-A-Roni. It's not the Showcase Showdown that you wanted.
Jelly of the Month Club.
No one wants. You thought you were getting the holiday bonus to put in a new pool? Sorry, Clark. Here's the Jelly of the Month Club.
You know my famous story. Back when I worked at K-Rock, New York, the infamous GM at the time, if you remember from the Stern Show, Tom Ciapisano was my boss. They called him Tom Ciapisano. He's a really good guy, but he promised me a bonus. He said I got a holiday bonus.
Wait, that's not his name?
Was that Pig Vomit?
His real name was Tom Ciapisano, and he's a really handsome guy, and I hope he's well. He was very nice to me. But he did have a reputation.
Ciapisano.
And I remember thinking, oh, sweet, I'm getting a bonus? Man, my hard work's paying off.
Look at this.
You go, young Stevie. And he gave me Princeton Ski Shop gift certificates as the bonus. And
Which were like listener giveaways.
Yeah, they were like, he gave me like $50 in gift certificates. I didn't even ski at the time.
I can buy one glove.
And some K-Rock t-shirts.
I was like, what?
Merry Christmas.
And I felt like the way they look when they receive these stuffed animals.
No one wants that weak-ass secondary prize. Could I give you the lamest analogy that always makes me laugh
Sure.
very hard? if you watch cheesy reality shows, because Danny G, we're talking about Love is Blind, Traitors. There's some good ones. I haven't watched in a while, but back in the day, I used to watch The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Nothing would make me laugh more. They would always end up putting two of the girls that like hated each other on a 2-on-1 date with the dude, and he had to choose. And they would always leave the one girl just sitting there by herself while the other two went off. Like, he's like, I'm going to have to give the rose to you, Jessica. And the other girl would just sit there, and they would pull away in a helicopter, and the girl would just sit there like, sitting there on the island. Like, I'm just here by myself now.
Miserables.
Yeah, it's like, it really is an awkward moment. And listen, you see it in the World Series, Game 7. There's always a couple players. You saw it this year with the Blue Jays. Those guys that know they're so close, and they just sit on that top step of the dugout like, this really sucks ass right now, doesn't it? Like, it's the worst. And that is what happened. If you missed it, the women's Canadian hockey team, in moments after they lost the gold medal game, were all handed a stuffed, what was it, a muskrat? A stoat?
Weasel, a garden weasel.
Yeah,
well, actually, you would have preferred a garden weasel because you're big into
Dickie Green Thumb.
Your
here.
greenhouse, yeah, Dickie Brown Thumb.
These are the ones that change color when it gets winter out.
Oh,
it's
is that
like
what
a
it
way
is?
of them blending in with the ice and snow.
Oh, you don't say. Whoa, wow.
By the way, the men's gold round for hockey is going to be at 8:10 a.m. Eastern time.
So 5 a.m. you got to wake up tomorrow?
Yeah. There's a famous story.
I heard the losing team gets Princeton ski shop gift cards. Is that true?
Wow. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how famous. It was famous at the time when Pam Anderson was all the rage, when she was the bee's knees bombshell centerfold.
Yeah.
I remember there was a story that she told about dating Scott Baio. Chachi. Joni loves Chachi.
I mean, Charles really was in charge, huh?
Yeah, he was dating Pam Anderson. You know why she broke up with him?
And at one point, Nicole Eggert. I mean, talk about
but apparently she dumped him because for her birthday or for Christmas or something, he got her floor mats for her car.
That's functional.
And she was like, floor mats for my car? Beat it. I'm going to go date Tommy Lee now. A real man.
And he went with Buddy Lembeck to Sid Pizza.
Yeah, then he went back to
the Powell's house.
Hey, Charles, I heard he got dumped by Pam Anderson. So,
buddy,
you know,
were they WeatherTech floor mats?
No, at the time they were probably
custom laser.
I think he got them at the car wash.
Probably got her Tasmanian Devil mud flaps.
So the stuffed animal second place prize wasn't cutting it, but you got to see the visual. You got to see their faces because, you know, they just couldn't hide their disappointment, and it was really funny to see. But still, let's do a little WBC, Rich.
Okay.
Because I know people are pumped about the Olympics, but I want people to get pumped not only for the fights this weekend, we're going to talk about that, but the World Baseball Classic. And I just have a slight bone to pick with their rankings. We talked about this briefly at the end of the show yesterday, and I just want to throw this at you real quick, right quick. And it's a simple fact that the WBC World Baseball Classic put out their top 10 hitter rankings for the 2026 Classic. Do you want to hear the top 10 or the top 5?
Real quick, I just have to ask you, do you get paid well freelance? Aaron Judge doesn't pay you to hang from his... Well, no? Okay.
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. Thought that was your side hustle.
Number 10, Fernando. Are you kidding me? The guy who talks about Brock Purdy like you're related to him? The guy who can't stop talking about the Mets? Okay. You got Francisco Lindor's phone number or something? Fernando Tatis Jr.
He's
is
not the
number
problem.
10. So this is the top 10 hitters from all teams, right? Because Tatis obviously plays for the DR.
Okay.
Kyle Schwarber's 9, USA. Acuna Jr., Venezuela at number 8. Julio Rodriguez, number 7, plays for the DR. Vlad Guerrero plays for the DR at number 6. Cal Raleigh plays for USA. He's at number 5. Is he a speed skater by any chance on the side? Cal Raleigh, the big dumper?
With that ass, come on.
So he's pretty low for a guy who was so close to winning the MVP last year. He's number 5 as far as hitting rankings. Your boy Juan Soto playing for the DRs at number 4. Bobby Witt Jr. ahead of Juan Soto at number 3 for Team USA.
Is that overrated? I'm a fan of Bobby Witt Jr.
I would have put Soto before Bobby Witt Jr.
Is there a part of you that feels like Bobby Witt will have a big deal when it comes around, but do you think he's going to get like Soto, Ohtani, Judge type of money?
Yeah, I think he will. I'm not throwing shade on him. I just thought maybe Soto would have been ahead of him. I mean, even for star power, but maybe I'm wrong. Here's where it grinds my goat. Here's where it grinds my gears. Here's where it itches my bum. Coming in at number 2, top 10 hitter rankings, Aaron Judge, Team USA, which means
USA.
Number 1 hitter is Shohei Ohtani for Japan. Now, can't take anything away from Shohei Ohtani. I think he's the best player in the game, right? If it was the best player, then yeah, okay, Shohei Ohtani, fine.
You sound like Rob Parker. He's not the best pitcher or the best hitter.
Well, dude, he's not the best hitter.
I mean,
he's just not.
I'll give you this.
And if you don't believe me, believe the stats.
I'll give you this. Judge is a better hitter, but I think the pure presence of Shohei Ohtani just...
Judge is a way better hitter. It's not even close. Is Shohei Ohtani a better all-around player? Yes. I feel no shame in saying that. He's great. I love him.
Way better?
Judge is a way better hitter. What he does is circus numbers. He's a freak. Here's the only discrepancy, I guess.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge has played 2 more years than Shohei in the bigs, right?
Okay.
So he's got 10 years in the bigs. Ohtani's got 8.
Okay.
All right, let's really break it down. As far as hits, Aaron Judge, 1205. Shohei, 1050. Home runs.
You just said 2 more years.
Yes, I know, but
So you don't
these
think
numbers
he'll get
will
two-
be
You don't think
significant.
he'll get 200 hits in 2 years?
Can I finish?
I'm just saying.
Judge, 368 home runs. Shohei, 280. RBI, Judge, 830. Shohei, 669.
I mean, you
But, dude, it's significant.
They're
Average.
not.
Because you think that Aaron Judge is just a slugger. He has a 294 career average to Shohei's 282. 282? He's a better hitter than Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge.
You know what you just did?
Puts up circus numbers, dude. Look at his career home run highs. Shohei's not there.
Can I tell you what you just did?
Yeah, dude, how could give credit where it's due? How could you take that away from Aaron Judge?
I think Judge is. I'll say this. I think Judge.
Is it the biggest deal? No, but I don't think it's correct.
No, Judge should be number 1. But can I just say this?
Yeah.
You just did what I've done in arguments with my wife. I plead my case for something, and then I realize while I'm pleading my case,
Did
I'm
I not
like,
preface it that he has 2 more years?
No. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, as I'm speaking, I'm proving that I was wrong.
No, I don't think that at all.
All right.
Aaron Judge, 62 home runs, 58 home runs, 52 home runs. Dude, Shohei hasn't hit the 60 mark.
Don't give me
Get out of my face. Shohei, look at his career batting average. Like I said, 294.
294 and 282 is not like
Aaron
substantially
Judge
different.
batted 331 last year,
Oh,
bro.
boy.
Get
Jeez.
out of my face.
All right,
He
can I-
batted 322 the year before.
Danny-
I think people don't realize or don't want to give the credit where it's due, where you think he's just a slugger hitting bombs. The guy's an incredible hitter. He's the number 1 hitter in the league, period.
Danny, do you want to?
So give it where it's due. We all love Shohei, but let's be
Sam,
realistic.
Do you guys want anything from Chipotle? I'm going to run down the block while Covino goes on an Adam Shine type monologue about how
It's
he loves Aaron Judge so much.
unbelievable.
I love Aaron
It's
Judge.
Dude.
Why don't you do that for the next 20 minutes? I'll go get lunch for all of us, and when I come back, you'll still be hanging from the huevos of Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Goodbye, guys.
These nuts!
All right.
I'll say this, it's close, and at first I was thinking, well, maybe it's because of the postseason, but think back to last postseason. Ohtani wasn't exactly on fire at the plate.
Right.
He did have a couple of crucial hits.
I think
but
they're pretty equal, and if you give me
They're not equal
If you give me
hitters.
30 seconds without interrupting, I want to make a case. Can you give me the home run total again?
The home run total for both players?
Yeah.
It is
368.
368 for Aaron Judge,
Yeah.
280 for Shohei.
All right, that's roughly 80 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
And he played 2 more years. So I think if he played 2 more years, Ohtani would average more than 40. So bunk, because that year that's not a good argument.
You're not counting 2020? Bunk. Or in his rookie year in 2016, that didn't even count when he played. He had 4 home runs.
But what I'm saying is, you're like, Ball played 2 more years. All right,
yeah,
next.
but you're also not considering the fact that those years were sort of wasted right there. 58 home runs last year in 2024, I should say. He had 53 the year after and 62 home runs in 2022, as you guys remember. All I'm saying is, yeah, they're both great players, and Shohei deserves all the credit in the world. But Aaron Judge, don't take credit away from Judge just to give it to Shohei.
Aaron Judge and Shohei, 2 best players in baseball. Can we stop there?
Aaron Judge is the best hitter in baseball.
Oh, jeez.
I was expecting lunch, man.
I know. Should I go
Sorry,
get?
buddy.
Do you want,
Anyway,
guac or what? Guac?
I'm just trying to remind you guys
Please,
that
always
the
guac.
WBC starts. We have meaningful baseball. Let me remind you, Shohei Ohtani leads Team Japan. He struck out Mike Trout
to end the last one.
to
I remember.
end the last one. So Japan has 3 wins. Dominican Republic has 2. USA has 1, I believe.
Yeah. I think it's great. You love it more than the average guy, but it's going to be great.
March 4th through the 17th.
I don't know many
Stay
people.
tuned.
I don't know many people that get as pumped as you do. We're going to play Brainwave. If you want in, the number is 877-99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox. We will play Brainwave next. Let me pose a question, and Danny J, I want you to think about it and give me an answer on the way back. Same with you, Sam, and Dan Byer. You talk about Judge and Ohtani. Who's better? I've seen
I said better hitter.
Okay.
Just that's all I'm saying.
I've seen would this be a 1-for-1 trade? Because now some people say Lindor's the problem on the Mets. Do you consider the following 2 players equal? Meaning, if it was a swapperoo, like this guy for this guy, I'm going to give you 2 players, and you tell me if you think it's equal or not.
Okay.
And then we'll play Brainwave, get your answer. Francisco Lindor and Fernando Tatis Jr. Think about it. I want you to really think about
I'm
it.
going to think about it. Let me correct myself. The WBC has been held 5 times, starting in 2006 to now. Japan and the DR and the U.S. winning championships. Japan is the only team to win it back-to-back, 2006, 2009.
Congrats, Japan.
And a 3rd win in 2023.
All right, so more CNR. We'll play Brainwave, do all that next right here on Fox Sports Radio. Now, have you ever wiped with a piece of dry, single-ply toilet paper and wondered, am I living in the Spartacus era?
You know what I'm starting
to think?
Am
I Abe Lincoln?
When there's grumpy people at the office, I'm assuming this is why nowadays.
Because I got a dry ass.
You notice that some people have a little skip in their step and they're a little happier.
Dude wipes.
Probably thanks to dude wipes.
Let me tell you, extra large dude wipes mean business. No matter what the size of your mess from top to bottom, Dudes has you covered for a confident clean. They comfortably clean up whatever TP leaves behind for no more maintenance wipes.
Debris? No way. Irritation? Not a chance. Time to make the trade of the season. Switch from TP to wet, extra large Dude Wipes.
Start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes made from 100% plant-based natural fibers. You smell that? It could be mint chill or shea butter to protect your end zone. Join the movement for cleaner movements and live a skid-free life. Available at Amazon and all major retailers nationwide. Guys, all about Dude Wipes. Best clean pants down. The Brewers get a couple highly touted prospects from the Mets. And this is a segment I like to call Who Gives a Rat's Ass About Prospects?
Good one. Little wordy, but I like it.
I don't give a rat's ass.
I don't give a rat's ass. Because in baseball, football, basketball, it's the equivalent of like late round draft picks. I get it. It's nice to have that equity. It's nice to have those picks. It's nice to have those prospects. But we, more so than ever, name the sport. It's like Amazon, Prime Now. You order something, you want it that day or the next morning. We don't have the patience. Like, oh, Covino, I ordered a new jacket or some sneakers. They come in next Friday. Yeah, no thanks. I'm going to try to find a pair that gets on my doorstep tomorrow.
Right now.
We are impatient. So why do you think people want to wait for prospects? I have Met fan friends that are like, man, I'm excited about Peralta, but we gave up Jet Williams and Sprout. I'm like, Sprout was 0-2 last year with an ERA around 5. He's a young, talented guy, but, I mean, do you want to wait for this guy to work out?
I want to know the numbers of how many times players to be named later or prospects ever really pans out. It can't be that often.
And you know what? Your team knows who they are. Like, and the other one was Jet Williams, who's like, He's like 5'8", crafty little like center fielder. I'm like, the Mets don't need that.
Yeah,
So
and I'm sure he's good, and I wish him the best and all, but he's not the Freddie Peralta you need right now.
I think every franchise in all sports, they know like the one or two guys that got away over the years, right? Because your franchise agonizes over it. Like, oh my God, the Mets traded away Nolan Ryan in the 60s or the 70s. Those guys. Even right now, the Mets, they let PCA, Crow Armstrong, get away.
Mm-hmm.
But he got like a mediocre second half. He's a really good player, but like, hey, you got to win now. And to me, when people say,
yeah, but you need the pieces that you need too, though. Like you said, you need starting pitching, and that's what you got.
To me, give me a starting pitcher that is a frontline guy like a Freddie Peralta, and I'll give you 10 farm system guys because who cares? You have Luis Robert, you have Soto, Lindor, Polanco. If you're a Mets fan, you have all these guys. Like, so who cares about a guy?
By the way, Rich, you're always quick to remind your friends and everybody on Fox Sports Radio, like, to get what you need or to get somebody of quality, you have to give up something. Trades don't work just one way and that's it. You can't ask for an MVP caliber player or an all-star or 17-win pitcher and expect to give up nothing.
I heard
that's not how trades work.
I heard a Knicks fan the other day, one of my buddies on the East Coast, he's like, man, it would be really cool if they got Giannis. What if we gave him, and he just started naming like Knicks bench players. I'm like, that's not how trades work.
That's not how it works, dude. I mean, that sounds great and all, but that's not how it goes. So if you want a quality player, you have to probably give up some potential or another quality player.
You can't get Scooble from the Tigers for a bag of potato chips and a utility infielder.
I think baseball is unique because of the prospects. We rarely see player for player in the NFL, so it's player for draft pick. And in the NBA, same sort of deal. But what is interesting to what you're saying is I think that people thought that the normal argument was going to be rich get richer. Look, Brewers trading their ace because of whatever. There are some in Milwaukee who are very frustrated with this move because of how good last season went, because of what their strength was. I mean, they didn't hit it all in the NLCS against the Dodgers, but this is also the reason why the Brewers have perennially been in the postseason year after year after year following this sort of route. But I think ultimately, to your point, Rich, in baseball, the name player's always going to win. It's immediately always going to win. Now, Jet Williams, could be a 10-time Gold Glover, by 2037, and then we'll look back at it. But right now, it feels like you're getting something for nothing.
Yeah, but right now you have Soto, Lindor, and all these guys that are getting older every year. Go get Freddie Peralta if you can.
The Rangers got Mackenzie Gore today for 5 minor leaguers from the Nationals.
Yeah, 5 guys that maybe one works out, but we'll figure that out, like you said, in years from now.
Yeah.
I never care about that. It's like a stock that blew up. It's like, well, at the time I didn't know. So why do you cry about it?
Man, I should have bought Bitcoin
no,
when
it really
was whatever.
is.
Yeah,
it's like, man, I had it. But at the time you didn't know. So what difference does that make? Yeah, in retrospect, all you could do is shrug about it. Like, well. So if Sprout or Williams becomes a thing, hey, what are you going to do? You needed Peralta in the moment.
Scooby-Doo.
Covino and Rich.
Scooby-Doo, y'all.
Shout out to all the Vatos Locos forever. CNR and FSR. So Danny G is on the phones at 877-99 on Fox, getting ready for Brainwave. It's our game that we're playing right now, the game that's sweeping the nation for a CNR prize pack. Iowa Sam playing some Cypress Hill. Shay's hanging out with us. DB is here. We are Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Everything at Covino and Rich. And to watch us is at Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Now get this. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive.
What?
Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Are you ready?
I'm
TireRack.com, where
ready.
tire buying should be. And now it's time for Brainwave.
Come on now.
Do Covino and Rich really share the same brain?
Doris Day, Red, Shannon, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Joe DiMaggio.
Is their crew not far behind?
We're one.
Welcome to Brainwave.
Try to make sense of the brain.
It's easy. We drop fun sports, music, and entertainment questions. And if you match with enough of these bosos, you win.
I love that.
On the count of three, reveal.
Brainwave.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Locked in.
You guys are on the same wavelength right now.
All right, happy Friday. The questions in this game are all subjective. You just need to try and match the brain of CNR and the crew. All right, we're going to get our contestant from the studio line, and then I'll explain the game a little more. Adam in Indiana was the first one through, guys.
Hey, what's up, Adam?
Speaking of
Adam.
Indiana.
Hey,
What's
what's
up,
up,
man?
guys?
What up, Adam? What do you do for work there?
Install garage doors.
Nice. I had one done a while back. Look at that.
All right,
Nice.
Adam, I have 5 rounds ready to go. You need to win 2 of them to be the champ and walk away with a CNR prize pack. I'm going to ask a question and then give 3 debatable answers to choose from. The 6 of us in studio are going to write down our answers on these dry erase boards for our YouTube channel. And then on the count of 3, Adam's going to shout out his answer. If he matches with 4 of the 6 of us, he wins the round. Or no matter his answer, if all of us happen to match in studio, it is an automatic round for the caller.
Nice.
All right,
Here we
let's
go
get
now.
going here.
Here we go.
Round 1. Let's start with celebrities.
Okay.
Who would you rather get a big, tight hug from?
Ooh.
Kate Upton?
Ooh.
Sydney Sweeney?
Ooh.
Or Dolly Parton?
Oh.
Okay.
Not a side hug, obviously. Kate Upton, Sydney Sweeney, or Dolly? All right, we're all writing our answers down.
Locked in, bro.
Okay, Adam, on the count of 3, we need your answer. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I'm pretty sure on this. Sydney Sweeney.
All right, he says Sweeney. We start with Steve Covino.
I said Sweeney for the Winnie.
All right, Rich Davis.
Sydney Sweeney.
All right. Dan Byer.
Since my wife's not an option, I decided to be a team player and try to guess who our contestant wanted. So I said Sydney Sweeney.
All
right. All right.
You need one more.
Right,
Shay. Yeah, Shay is sitting in for Spot. What'd you say?
I went Kate Upton, the OG. The OG.
Boy.
Hey, she's the OG when Dolly Parton's one of the 3 options.
Well, that's like way too OG. I wasn't even born.
And sorry,
like a grandma hug.
this is going to come down to Sam. I said Dolly for the story. That's like Smoking with Willie.
I think it is like Smoking with Willie. Come on, Iowa Sam, don't be a contrarian.
Sam.
All right, well,
Sam.
listen, as much like Dolly Parton's a legend, but I went with Sydney Sweeney.
Let's go.
There you go.
It's the round.
Let's go. 1 point for you, buddy boy.
All right, Adam, you're halfway to a CNR prize
Halfway
package.
there, living on a prayer. Let's go.
All right, round 2. Let's combine movies and sports. Which of these 3 great football movies is the most inspirational? Rudy, The Blind Side, or Friday Night Lights?
Any other brain busters?
Rudy, The Blind Side, or Friday Night Lights? We're all writing our answers down.
All right, I'm locked.
I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to go in reverse order after we get Adam's answer from Indiana. Adam, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
It has to be Rudy.
He says Rudy. Iowa
Okay.
Samuel, we start with you.
This might be a little bit of my personal bias coming through here, but I said Friday Night Lights. Because that's one of my favorite sports movies of all time.
All
Rudy's
right.
good too. Rudy's good too.
You get a point from me. I said Rudy. Rudy. All right, Shay, what say you?
You get a point from me, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
I got it right.
Let's do.
I got it right.
All right, Dan Byer.
Adam's from Indiana. Of course he's going to say Rudy.
There you go.
Yes.
I'll be honest, my number 1 answer was not one of the choices. I feel like Remember the Titans is
That was a runaway.
You think it was a runaway, which is why the answer is Rudy. And I'll
continue. Rudy.
All right.
He's already won.
Yeah,
we've never had anybody sweep the board on this game before.
All right, let's keep it rolling.
Let's keep playing
Round
for fun.
3, we will throw extra prizes into your prize pack.
There you go.
Adam,
Sweet.
if you can continue to win
Riding
here.
the wave.
Round 3, let's go to the food category. You are forced to live on nothing but cereal for a whole month. And you can only choose one of these 3.
Okay.
Grape nuts, sugar smacks, or Kicks.
Okay, so you're picking all the weakest ones. We
Yeah.
got to pick the best of the weakest ones.
Do they make sugar smacks anymore?
They're called honey smacks.
That was
now,
like
right?
What are the options?
way back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sugar snaps?
Sugar smacks. Like honey smacks, I guess you could
What are
call
the other
it.
2?
Grape nuts or Kicks. Most of these taste like cardboard. All right, we're writing our answers down right now.
All right, locked.
Everybody locked in?
Locked in.
All right, Steve Covino, we'll start with you after we get Adam's answer here. Adam in Indiana on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'll say Kicks.
He says Kicks. Steve
And
Covino, what say you?
I say Kicks. Grape nuts. So I can crack my teeth.
Isn't it with an X?
It is with an X. Kicks are good.
Kicks is with an X.
Well, I like Kicks.
Rich.
The CKS.
Rich, what did you say?
Like when they vote someone off on Traders and they spell their name wrong. I mean, I look like the guy with my backwards hat. You know the little frog mascot for Honey Smacks.
You mean, I'm sorry, Dig'em Frog?
No, Sugar Smacks.
You know Dig'em Frog, but you don't choose Honey Smacks then?
There were Sugar Smacks, wasn't it?
Rich, those taste like garbage,
Yeah,
Rich.
I think you're thinking of honeycombs.
Ass puffs.
Yeah.
Ass puffs. That's what I call them in my house.
All right, Dan Byer.
For a month, at some point, you'd need some nutritional value, so I went with grape nuts.
Oh, there you go. I mean, for a month, you're right.
Grape nuts there's no grapes in them or nuts, I don't think. They're awful.
Yeah.
Grape nuts
They're
are terrible.
It's
Grape
like gravel.
nuts and bolts is what they are.
Shay.
I went Kicks because it was a cool name.
You never had them, though?
Never had. I
I
don't
mean,
know
I've
any
had
of
them and
those.
spelt it wrong, so.
They're like a
I didn't know
corn
any of
puff
those.
cereal.
I'm with Dan Byer on this. My mom would get us grape nuts and she'd let us put a layer of sugar on top. And after they soak in the milk for a little with sugar, they're decent.
Wait, are Kicks like the generic corn puffs?
No, it's like a corn puff cereal.
Yeah.
But I'm
Like
saying,
little
like, I
spheres,
searched
little-
Kicks because I was like, what does Kicks logo look like? And it looks like it's the generic corn puffs.
They literally taste like cardboard.
I like Kicks. I grew up
Sam,
eating Kicks.
Sam,
All right,
what did you say?
Where are we at here? Who said Kicks so far?
I said Kicks.
Kicks.
I said Kicks.
Kicks. So
Yeah,
he can't.
mathematically he's out.
Yeah,
'Cause
but I already won. What
I
do you
did say, oh, my thing. I did say Kicks. So, but he cannot win the.
There you go.
My
we'll
board
get-
broke. My board broke.
Okay, well, we have time to give him one last chance
Yeah,
for
let's do
extra
it.
prizes here.
Yeah.
Round 4. Let's go to sports.
Okay.
What would you rather have?
All right.
Wemby's height, DK Metcalf's physique, or Sean McVay's brain? Wemby's height, DK Metcalf's physique, or Sean McVay's brain? All right. All right. Our answers down.
Okay.
Okay. And we will start with Io Sam after we get Adam's answer here on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
This was tough, but I'm going to DK Metcalf.
He says physique. All right. Io Samuel.
All right. I went with DK Metcalf.
There you go.
Yo, this was a tough one. I was thinking that, but we could kind of hit the weights on our own if we really focus. I would love to be an NFL coach if I had McVay's brain. Isn't he? He's
you know what,
photographic
can I tell
memory.
you-
He remembers every play of every game.
But I think
Dude's a psycho.
You have to put aside the fact that McVay is like a handsome dude. Just his brain, meaning like most people with a brain like him
Yeah.
are not handsome.
Shay, what did you say?
I'm 6'2", smart. I'm just not ripped.
DK.
And,
Nice.
That's
and,
the only
and
thing I'm
apparently
missing.
not humble.
Oh, not at all. Come on. People know me.
Byer, what'd you say?
McVay's brain.
There you go.
Rich Davis.
My vanity comes through like I'm Vanity Smurf. Brains are great. Height would probably be a hassle other than playing in basketball. DK Metcalf, who doesn't want to be ripped?
Yeah, for real.
Come on.
Brains, who needs it?
All
Height,
comes down.
Wemby's too tall, man. I don't want to be that. Give me the physique.
Oh,
any day.
he gets the extra
There you go.
prize in the
DK
prize pack.
Metcalf.
Boom.
Bam.
Extra big winner in Indiana today. Congratulations, Adam.
Nice, thanks.
Hey, congrats, buddy.
bro.
Enjoy your weekend. And
Thank you.
we're going to
Sure.
get to weekend hobnob and what to watch this weekend. And also, I want your answer on my Francisco Lindor or Tatis. But first, let's go to Dan Byer for an update. DB, what's going on, buddy?
Canada started the day rallying from a 2-0 deficit to beat Finland in men's ice hockey 3-2. Nathan McKinnon had the game-winning goal with 35 seconds left, so all the Americans had to do was beat Slovakia today to set up a U.S.-Canada gold medal match on Sunday. Well, this is what the U.S. did to Slovakia.
Chuck takes another run at Eric Chernak. Boy, they've been having a battle and a half here. Now here's Uncle. Score! 2 goals in 19 seconds. It is now 4-0.
They would go on to beat Slovakia by a score of 6-2 to advance to face the Canadians at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Sunday morning. Dallas Cowboys are releasing linebacker Logan Wilson, while Chiefs head coach Andy Reid did say today the team has had conversations with tight end Travis Kelce. Kelce is mulling retirement or trying to decide if he's going to play for his 13th season. In golf at the Genesis Invitational at Riviera Country Club, Rory McIlroy is at 10 under par. He's through 12 holes on his second round, 2 shots back of the lead held by Marco Penge, who's at 12 under. The other story is Scotty Scheffler. It looks like Scheffler's going to make the cut on the cut line at even par. He has a streak of 67 consecutive cuts made on the PGA Tour. Those within 10 shots of the lead or in the top 50 will play the weekend. Indiana has reportedly given head football coach Curt Cignetti a new deal. He'll make $13 million per season, according to ESPN, after winning the national championship a month ago. Heat guard Tyler Hero in action tonight for the first time in more than a month. He's playing against the Hawks. Twins pitcher Pablo Lopez done for the season. He needs Tommy John surgery. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Dan Byer. You know, man,
Thank you,
appreciate
DB.
you.
Have a
As
great
always,
weekend, man.
Too.
Enjoy your weekend. And I was thinking of not only my hypothetical of Lindor.
You were thinking of Sydney Sweeney is what you were thinking about.
I would
You were thinking about giving her a big, juicy hug.
Not only was I thinking about Lindor or Tatis Jr., Danny G, your cereal question made me think that the answer, like, if you put every cereal on the table, it's got to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Fruity Pebbles, right? I mean, one of those two.
Cocoa Pebbles.
It's got to be, right?
Cocoa Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
There's like 3 other cereals you could put in that mix, Rich.
I feel like Shay, I feel like he's house sit for me, and he probably gets high and eats all my Fruity Pebbles. Is that true?
Oh, it's insane. I gained like 20 pounds there just for 3 days.
Because I got little kids. Shay, I come home and Shay ate all my cereal.
Shay's a serial killer.
We got Weekend Hobnobbing. We got a bunch coming up. Covino and Rich right here on FSR.
Ready to tackle your financial goals. With Weebull, you don't have to sit on the sidelines. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Weebull puts you in the game with tools to help you make the moves you want.
Ooh.
Trade stocks, options, and ETFs, or play the long game with cash management and retirement accounts all on one platform.
Guys, it's so important to worry about your financial future, and the people at Weebull make it easy for you. Their app pairs advanced analytics with real-time data so you can read the defense, adjust your strategy, stay in control, and now with Vega, the AI assistant, sweet. They could analyze your market watch list. You could ask questions like, what's the outlook for this stock? And they get it done in real time. Fundamentals that take complex signals and make it very plain English.
And they're cool people. We
Yeah.
met the people from Weebull.
I like Weebull.
Yeah, like them, trust them. And want a wider view of the field? Use Portfolio X-Ray to spot trends, manage risk, and optimize the performance of your portfolio. Stop punting your financial future. Join Weebull's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas with fellow investors.
Download the Weebull app today or mobile on desktop or mobile, Webull, or visit Weebull.com.
Weebull Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Weebull.com/disclosures.
There's 2 other superstars in football and basketball that are toying around with the retirement idea. Let's talk football first, because Stephen A. went on this rant today saying, I think Kelsey's going to retire after this season. No big stretch because I believe it too. I was surprised he came back this season. Okay. And now they're what? 6-7, and they're out of it. What more to play for? The guy's done it all. You think he's going to come back for like the rebuilding of a Chiefs organization? The guy's on his way out. No one wants to be a detriment to their team either. And I'm not saying he is, but if they're going to look younger and build, and Mahomes needs some good receivers, young receivers, I don't know if Kelsey's in the mix. His priorities are different. Okay. He already has a career in broadcasting. He has a bride-to-be. You know, the future's bright for him elsewhere.
Hit me with option number 2.
So Kelsey, again, Stephen A. talking about it today, and it's gone viral. Then the other one is LeBron, but hear me out, because people are saying he's got like one more year left. LeBron, it's season 23. That's his magic number, right? 23rd season. Let's say, and I would never wish this upon anybody, but I think teams like OKC would be in their way, right?
Do you mean the 23-1 OKC?
But let's say, and I would never wish this, Rich. I would never, ever wish this, but this is sports. Let's say someone on OKC gets hurt. Not wishing it on anybody. I'm knocking wood, in fact, right?
Yeah.
That opens up the lane even more for a Lakers team who's hot. They're playing good. They got young, they got veterans, they got old, they got everything.
Can't disagree.
Right? Let's say the Lakers win, and it's his 23rd season, magic number, last win, last hurrah. You don't think he retires? My question is, who's more likely to retire, a la Cejudo style, after this season, Kelsey or LeBron, if they win?
I have an obvious
I think LeBron's going to still play one more year.
I think the answer is obvious.
Kelsey?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What? I thought for sure you would say.
And I'll explain.
Maybe it's not as obvious as maybe we don't need that wrench of Lakers winning then.
I think LeBron's proven it all.
Okay.
And if there's no path to a championship, and there's teams that are in his way, like you said, the Lakers are a top, I would say 3 to 5 team in the NBA. The Lakers look good. It's fun to watch the Lakers.
Dude, Reeves putting up crazy numbers. They're comparing him to stat-wise to Kobe Bryant now.
I'm just saying they're
using the word superstar to describe Austin Reeves.
Exactly.
Now.
They've already sort of moved past LeBron being the centerpiece. That's Luka now.
Yeah. But a major piece still.
You know, Austin Reeves, and they may go after another big star if LeBron were to walk away. I think Travis Kelce, I'll look at it this way. You know when you have a lot in the future? I know recently you were like, in your mind, you're like, dude, I got my daughter's Sweet 16, then I got this. And when you have all these things on the horizon, right, you try to cram things in, and you don't. My point is this. He's getting married June 13th. They made the announcement, him and Taylor Swift, June 13th.
He's got a top 25 podcast making millions.
13, her little lucky number symbolic. So they're getting married. And then I bet you within a year, because, you know, they're at the age, they have every resource possible, they're going to have a kid. And I bet you that he runs it back one more time. After the career he's had, I don't think you go out the one time you don't make the playoffs. I feel like it's like Tom Brady wouldn't want to go away. You remember Tom Brady, the last interception he threw for the Patriots? It's like, you're not going to go out like that.
I think he's not in Cypress Hill. He's on the Chiefs.
I'm not going out like that.
We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out. I think that gives him more reason to be like, it's over. Like, this run is over.
He has a very bright post-football career, but it's almost like once you stop, you're never going to go back, right? So if he has any desire to play one more time, where I think LeBron could, with all good conscience, I played with my son, I've won on 3 different teams. It's a good question. Your thoughts at 877-99 on Fox.
Well, you and I thought it was obvious, and you and I completely disagree. Yeah, I think if anyone's going to retire, it's Kelsey. And I think LeBron's got like one more year because when he announced it already and taken in that farewell tour.
I'm looking at it from another angle. You're saying who's going to retire. I'm saying who would want to run it back more, and I think LeBron doesn't need to. Kelsey would not want to go out like this. Damn.
Covino and Rich. Oh. If you like our show, watch us at Covino and Rich FSR. Check out our Patreon if you like our show. It's Uncensored Unleashed, patreon.com/Covino and Rich.
You want to hear some stories?
Oh, man.
You want to hear me go buck wild?
You want to hear what happened to me the other day with my girlfriend? Oh, my God.
the most embarrassing story you've ever told.
Poor woman.
I told my wife last night. She's like, oh, my God.
I know. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Today is Friday. Ready to tackle your financial goals? Weebull makes it simpler to start investing. Powerful tools, real-time data, all in one app. Get started at Weebull.com or download the Weebull app today.
Weebull Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Weebull.com/disclosures.
You know, a lot of times in any sport, when there's a trade, it's usually like, one good dude for like this guy and a bunch of others, or picks or prospects, or, draft equity. We were talking about whether or not Ohtani and Judge are like parallel. Like,
as far as hitters, you keep changing the conversation.
As far as hitters, they're not far off. Like, they're close. I give the edge to Judge, but don't make it sound like Aaron Judge.
Then give the edge to Judge. That's what I'm saying. He should get the edge.
But don't make it sound like it's like significantly
but you're making
different.
it sound like I was saying they're the same player. I'm not saying that. I
No.
said Judge is a better hitter.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So I asked you, I saw, as a Mets fan, a lot of the offseason moves. Mets unloaded Pete Alonso, who hit his first home run today as an Oriole. Nimmo's gone. He's on the Rangers. Like, the Mets sort of cleaned house a little bit. Jeff McNeil's out. And you're seeing, Semien and Polanco and a lot of these new Mets.
About Diaz?
Diaz to the Dodgers. But there's a lot of guys that moved because maybe Lindor was not clicking with them. And now it seems like the Mets got a different core, right? And I still see people saying, like, Lindor's got to go. I love Lindor. But someone said, it would be a great straight-up trade, Lindor for Tatis Jr. And I did my own research, and I put it in Chat GPT just for the heck of it. I said, are these guys equal players? What do you think came back? What do you think the...
I think the edge probably went to Tatis Jr.
The edge, believe it or not, I thought that too.
Yeah.
Went the other way.
Wow.
They're saying...
Because dependable fielder and more consistent hitting, maybe?
They're saying the higher offensive upside is going to go to Tatis Jr. If you're looking for a guy
that's what I was thinking.
Like, if healthy throughout a full year, and health is a big part, he's not reliable.
Yeah. So defensively,
they're saying
Lindor gets the edge?
They're saying Tatis Jr., this is an interesting one.
Okay.
Tatis Jr., higher offensive upside. Lindor, way more consistent and a switch hitter. He's an elite base runner, a smarter ball player, and better defensively. But again, if healthy throughout a full season, Tatis Jr. seems like a stud. But here's the overall thing. If you want higher peak superstar flash, you go with Tatis Jr. If you want consistent all-star with leadership and a premium player, you go with Lindor. So I think that is one of the few times where it's like, you know what? Two superstars that equal. There you go. And now it's time for Weekend Hobnobbing. Come on.
Living for the weekend. Your winning bets for talking points if you get stuck socializing.
You ever done anything dangerous?
You ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
That is dangerous.
Friday brings us Weekend Hobnobbing.
All right, lots of big fights this weekend. Speaking of, I'm hearing Mayweather is coming out of retirement after his Tyson exhibition, by the way. That's the news today.
Oh, like he's going to start fighting?
Yeah, fighting again. But in the world of boxing, we got Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. It's a title fight, WBC 147 title fight, and UFC Fight Night. Sean Strickland and Anthony Hernandez.
That guy's unhinged.
Oh, he's out of control. That's a middleweight main event. Strickland 29-7, Anthony Hernandez 15-2. That's going to be a good one. Plus, I'm on a new show this weekend on the History Channel. You guys know Mike Wolf from American Pickers?
Yeah.
He's got a new show. I'm on it. I'm one of the main guys on it. History's Greatest Picks debuts, brand new show, Sunday night, 6 p.m. on the West, 9 p.m. on the East. History's Greatest Picks set to DVR. And, of course, our show Overpromised, episode 128, new episode. We talk about the unhinged Sean Strickland, new sports, and more. Overpromised right here on our YouTube page.
Of course, I got to catch up on Traitors.
Will you stop with that?
I got to watch Love is Blind because apparently all you guys watched all 9 episodes. Like, get a life. How do you pace yourself? I got to watch that tonight with the wifey so I can...
The thing is, you can't. That's how good it is.
So I could scroll on social media and actually not be scared of spoilers. So Love is Blind. I love that trash. I'm going to watch the Cat Williams finally because you told me about that. And the 49ers documentary, shame on me for not watching Rise of the 49ers because I'm the biggest Niners fan you know, yet I've somehow haven't watched it yet. I'm trying to find the perfect time. And guess what? When you got 2 little nose pickers and you're busy, there is no perfect time. So I have to just commit to watching it this weekend. But besides that, that's it for me.
I got
Anybody
two
else?
real quick.
Yeah, what you got, Sammy?
The fall and rise of Reggie Dinkins with Tracy Morgan. The
it looks funny.
The what do you call it? The pilot was a month ago. The premiere is Monday the 23rd. Also, sorry, I'm taking up time here.
Oh, good.
Epic Elvis Presley in concert hits theaters today. It's footage never before seen from his residency in Las Vegas.
Oh,
if I got that all
there
out.
you go. Danny Janney, last minute one.
The Tyra Banks thing on on
America's
Netflix.
Next Top Model. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
pretty good. I saw that.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Have a good weekend.
Enjoy the fights. Yeah.